Hello and welcome to my chair Sun Salutation class. This is a great class if you're a beginner to yoga, or if you're a senior, or if you have any limited mobility, as you can do the class using a chair. So it's a really good easy way of doing a Sun Salutation. So we'll start in a seated position with the eyes closed. Just take a moment just to observe how you're feeling today. So during the class, always remember to listen to your own limitations. And you can stop at any time, so always listen to your own body and do what feels comfortable for you. If you'd like to start this class with a breathing exercise, there's some links below if you have more time. Otherwise, we'll start to wake up the body very gently, deepening the breath, opening the eyes, and then very gently come and stand up. So very important, make sure that your chair is on your yoga mat. If you think that it might move, you can do it against the wall, so make sure that it's stable before you start. And we'll start with the feet together, relax the shoulders. On your next breath in, stretch both arms up overhead, palms to touch and look up at the thumbs. And we'll exhale, come into a forward fold. So you can either rest your hands on the chair, or you can gently lower down and bring the forearms onto the chair. Pause for a moment. On your inhale, look up with a nice flat back. We'll exhale, step the right foot back. And then the left into a plank position. You can pause here if you'd like to go deeper, or take a breath in. As you exhale, gently lower the hips towards the chair and lift the chest and chin towards the ceiling into Cobra, and exhale into a standing downward facing dog. Now bringing the palms on the top of the chair, not towards the side. The feet the distance of the hips. Pause here for a few breaths. So we'll bend and straighten the legs to help release the stretch in the hamstrings. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Observing where you feel the stretch. Do you feel it on the back of the legs, in the hips, somewhere along the back? You may even feel it in the shoulders or down the arms. Nice slow breathing. On your next breath in, bend your knees or step forward with your right foot and then your left. Inhale to a flat spine and exhale into a forward fold. Inhale, bend your knees round your back, come all the way up to standing, sweeping the arms up overhead. And exhale back into mountain pose, so resting the arms by the side of the body. Inhale again, sweep the arms up overhead, palms to touch, looking up. And exhale into your forward fold, so taking hold of the chair, going only as deep as feels comfortable. You can bring the hands onto the floor if it feels more comfortable. Inhale, look up, flat back. We'll exhale, bend the knees, step back with your left leg this time, and then your right. So either pausing here in plank, or you can exhale, lower the hips towards the chair and lift the chest and chin into a standing cobra. Take a breath in. As you exhale, go into downward facing dog. Bring in the palms onto the top of the chair, feet the distance of the hips. So this time we'll walk the legs, so bending one leg at a time. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose, and try and twist the torso very subtly from side to side to really stretch along the back, stretch around the shoulders and down the back of the legs. Inhaling and exhaling, and bending both knees together. And now pausing, or take a breath in, we'll step forward with your left leg, bending both knees, and then step forward with your right. Inhale to a flat spine, and exhale into our forward fold. Bringing the hands onto the floor if it feels comfortable. We'll inhale, bend the knees, round the back, sweep the arms up overhead. And exhale, lowering the hands, come back into mountain. We'll come back onto the right. So inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. And exhale into our forward fold, going only as deep as feels comfortable. Inhale, when you're ready, look up, nice flat back. Exhale, bend your knees, step your right foot back, and then your left into plank. So pausing here, or coming into cobra, so we can bring the tops of the feet onto the mat only if this feels comfortable. Taking a breath in. On your exhale, we'll come into our standing downward facing dog, bring the hands on top of the chair. Adjusting the feet if you need to. This time we're going to bend your left knee and twist the belly button to the right, and then do the same on the other side. So really imagine that you want to point your belly button towards the walls on the side of the body. So this is really stretching along the back, along the hips and down the hamstrings and around the shoulders. So keep remembering to breathe, pausing in the center. We'll bend the knees, inhale, step forward with your right leg, and then your left. Inhale to a flat spine, and exhale, coming into a forward fold. Remember, only going as deep as feels comfortable. You could bend your knees, round the back, as you inhale, come all the way up to standing, raising the arms up overhead, and exhale back into mountain. Again on the other side, so inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, and exhale, come back into our forward fold. Inhale, looking up, nice flat back, resting your hands on the chair. Exhale, bend the knees, step your left foot back, and then your right to plank. Take a breath in, exhale into standing cobra, bringing onto the tops of the feet only if it feels comfortable and the chair is safe. Coming back into downward facing dog on your exhale and pausing just for a few more breaths. So the more that you're practicing this little routine, are you noticing the body is softening? So you can either bend both knees at the same time or walk out the legs, whatever feels comfortable. So imagine that we're lowering the chest towards the knees, having a stretch also through the upper back and around the shoulders. To come out of the pose, inhale when you're ready. Bend both knees, step forward with your left foot and then your right. Inhale to flat spine and exhale, forward fold. So you can either come up with your bent knees and a round back, or you can bring the hands onto the hips with straight legs and inhale coming up. Sweep the arms up overhead and exhale lowering down, depending on how feels comfortable. So depending on your body, you can pause here and stop the video here. If you're feeling okay, we will come into our Sun Salutation B. So only if it feels comfortable, and only after that you've practiced the chair Sun Salutations for a few times a week to build up the strength in the arms. So now when you're ready, coming into Sun Salutation B, take a breath in, bend the knees and sweep the arms into the air into chair pose. On your exhale, bring your hands onto the chair and come into a standing forward fold. Inhale, look up, nice flat back. Exhale, bend your knees, step your right foot back and then your left into plank. And take a breath in, and as you exhale, lifting up and coming into standing cobra. Exhale into a downward facing dog. Just pause for a moment here. And then when you're ready, inhale, bend both knees, step your right foot forward, spin your back heel into a 45-degree angle and bending your right leg, checking the knee is above the ankle, and we'll cartwheel the hands into warrior two, checking that the hands are roughly in line with the shoulders. Pause for a moment, nice slow breathing. Take one more deep breath in. As you exhale, cartwheel the hands back to the chair, come up onto the toes of your left foot and step back into plank. On your inhale, coming into a cobra, lifting the chest and chin, coming onto the toes only if it feels comfortable, and exhale into a downward facing dog. Just pause just for a moment. We'll do the same on the other side. So inhaling, bending both knees, stepping the left foot forward this time, bringing the right foot into a 45-degree angle and checking the knee is above the ankle, and cartwheel the arms into warrior two, looking that both hands are roughly in line with the shoulders. Pause here, take a breath in. As you exhale when you're ready, cartwheel the hands back down onto the chair, come up onto the toes of the right foot and step back into plank. Inhale, lowering the hips towards the chair, lifting the chest into a standing cobra, and exhale into downward facing dog. Pausing, nice slow breathing, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. This is our rest position here, so bending and straightening the knees if it feels more comfortable, or you can just pause and have a nice stretch. We'll bend both knees, step the right foot forward and then the left. Inhale to a flat spine and exhale, forward fold. Bring your hands onto the floor if it feels comfortable. Inhale, bend the knees, coming up into a chair, and exhale into mountain pose. You can either pause here, we can do one more on the other side, depending on how you feel. So remember, always listen to your own body. So now when you're ready, on your next breath in, bend the knees and raise the arms to chair, and exhale into a standing forward fold, either holding onto the chair or bring the hands to the floor. Inhale, looking up, nice flat back. Exhale, bend the knees, left foot back this time, and then your right into plank. Inhale when you're ready, lowering the hips towards the chair, lifting the chest into cobra, and exhale into a standing downward facing dog. Just pause just for a moment. On your next breath in, we'll bend to the knees and we'll step the right foot forward, spinning the back heel onto the ground at a 45-degree angle, checking the knee is above the ankle, and we'll cartwheel the hands into our warrior two. Pausing here for a moment. Take a breath in. As you exhale, we'll cartwheel the hands back towards the chair, come up onto the toes of the left foot and step back into plank, either pausing here or you can inhale into a standing cobra if it feels comfortable and exhale into a standing downward facing dog. So remember, always listen, always moderate if you need to. To come into the other side, bending the knees, stepping forward with the left leg, the right heel at a 45-degree angle, checking the knee is above the ankle, and then we'll cartwheel the hands into warrior two on this side. Just pause for a moment, relaxing the shoulders. Take one more breath in, exhale, cartwheel the hands down to the chair, come up onto the toes of the right foot, step back into plank, either pause here or coming into cobra, and on your exhale coming into a standing downward facing dog for the last time. So pausing here, nice slow breathing. So you remember you can bend and straighten the legs if it feels more comfortable. You may start to feel that your body's really starting to warm up now. To come out of this pose, we'll bend both knees, step the left foot forward and then the right. Inhale with a flat spine and exhale coming into your forward fold at whichever stage you're at. Well, inhale, bend the knees, coming into chair pose, and exhale when you're ready, coming into mountain. And then take your time, relax the shoulders 1 or 2 times, and then come and find a comfortable sitting position. Back on the chair, just observing how you're feeling. So Sun Salutations really build heat and energy in the body, help to wake you up, so they're great to do in the morning. So choose a couple of days a week, relaxing the shoulders down the back just as we're sitting nice and tall. Choose a few days in the week to dedicate to giving your body energy. So if you'd like to finish this practice with a guided meditation, I have a few in the links below if you have more time. Otherwise, just take a moment, observe any differences in your body. So it's always good practice to thank yourself for dedicating time to you and your own health and well-being. If you've enjoyed this video, please click on the like button below, and please also share it with family and friends. We'll bring the hands together in front of the heart and we'll finish with Namaste. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please try and remember to practice it regularly to really notice a difference in your body. Goodbye.